I wasn't going to make another video. I have another project on my mind, an important project. But when I was putting this attachment on my press, this little print that I made to hold this light, which will allow me to use the camera that's built into the printer, so I can check it remotely, making sure that everything is going all right. I needed a little light to put in it, and so I bought this book reading little light, and that will do what I need. And I realized that I'd learned that on my father's farm. So if I were to give advice to my younger self, which was the challenge I faced today from my imaginary coach, it was that everything I would need in my life I learned on my father's farm before I was 12 years old. And it wasn't easy to understand that. I didn't like farming, but I would advise my younger self to say, okay, you don't like farming, but here is a blend of machines, animals, growing things, social, economic connections with migrant workers and business people, not to mention other kids growing up on farms and not liking it. That these were the things that I would need to know whatever I did, and certainly as an artist. So to my younger self, that would be the first advice I give, is that everything you need, you've already learned by the time you're 12. You learned on your father's farm. The second thing, to continue this notion of what I would advise my younger self, is that somewhere along the line, for me it was 20 or 30 years into my career, that I would be visited by a being from outer space, you might say. As Carl Sagan put it, we are the products of stardust. We are stardust. And what he was talking about was that for millions of years, our Earth has been bombarded with various particles, most of them too small to see. And in my creative mind, to try to understand where I was getting my ideas from, would be that I was struck by a muse. And this muse was a woman from what I called the flower planet. Now, the advice I would give myself as a young man would be to watch out for those experiences that would teach you the most, well, incomprehensible things for me, but that I should trust whatever that was inside me to take me in the right direction. And over time, I gave this muse, or this inspiration inside me, a whole, a figure, a face, a name, a family of other aliens from the flower planet. And so the advice I would give myself to a younger self is that your best advisors may not come in the shape of your teachers, Mr. McLean, who, when I was in the 6th grade, said, Billy, you're going to be an artist. It would be not only from teachers like that, or my college teachers, and later my colleagues, where I would get my best advice, but it would be from something inside, some inexplicable, imaginative construct, like I'm doing today. Although now we have artificial intelligence, so I can prompt one of the chat bots, in this case Copilot, and say, what kind of videos would attract older people like me, 84-year-old grandparents, and attract them and follow me into the idea of making printmaking games and toys company. And so she said, make some videos, and this is the last one. what advice I would give myself as a younger person. I learned everything I needed on my father's farm, and watch for a muse. Thanks for watching. I'm Bill Ritchie, and this is the last of my series, prompted by my virtual coach. And if that didn't get it, too bad.